Hi there, it's Ngọc Lê from Vietnam News Agency. You're watching our daily bulletin with the headlines as usual.
State President, Cambodian King enjoy tea at Temple of Literature. Vietnam News Agency, Xinhua enhance information cooperation. And later on, Vietnamese cuisine, cultural exchange festival in full swing in Malaysia.
Cambodian King Prayut Samdech Prash Boromnit Norodom Sihamoni paid a state visit to Vietnam on November 28th to 29th at the invitation of President Lương Cường. The following report captures his activities on the last day of the visit.
State President Luong Quang and Cambodian King Prayut Samdech Prayut Boromnit Norodom Sihamoni toured Temple of Literature in Hanoi and enjoyed Vietnam's tea there on November 29th as part of the King's state visit. Vietnamese State President introduced the King to the historical significance of the relic site, highlighting it as a symbol of Hanoi's 1,000-year-old heritage and the country's first university, which houses 82 stone stelae of doctoral laureates, recognized by UNESCO as World Documentary Heritage. The site previously welcomed King Father Norodom Sihanouk and Queen Mother during their state visit to Vietnam in December 1995. The state leader also shared with the King the unique style and art of drinking tea in Vietnam. He expressed his delight at the stable development of the two countries' relationship, with the trust and bond between their leaders and peoples being increasingly strengthened. Earlier the same day, the Cambodia King and Vietnam's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Bui Thanh Son visited Quan Su Pagoda, the top sacred ancient in Hanoi.
Deputy Prime Minister Chen Hua met with Finnish President Alexander Stubb and held talks with Finnish Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Riikka Purra in Helsinki on November 28th as part of his official visit to Finland.
President Stubb praised the strong Vietnam-Finland relationship and emphasized expanding collaboration in energy, education, IT, and the environment. Deputy Prime Minister Ha highlighted Finland's vital role in Vietnam's green economic development and circular economy efforts. Both sides stressed the importance of international cooperation to address global security challenges. In talks with Finnish Deputy Prime Minister Riikka Purra, the two sides discussed renewable energy, forestry, digital transformation, and education, with Purra pledging Finland's continued support for Vietnam's net zero goal by 2050. Ha urged Finland to facilitate market access for Vietnamese firms and to expedite EU ratification of the EU-Vietnam Investment Protection Agreement. Both sides noted progress in financial cooperation through agreements like the Double Taxation Avoidance Agreement. Ha welcomed Finland's world-leading education system, which attracts over 2,500 Vietnamese students, and called for more scholarships. He also met Finnish ministers to strengthen ties in clean energy, labor, and the circular economy, inviting them to the 2025 P4G summit in Vietnam.
A delegation of the Chinese National News Agency Xinhua visited and held a working session with the Vietnam News Agency or VNA at the VNA headquarters in Hanoi on November 29th. Let's take a look.
A delegation from the Vietnam News Agency, led by Director General Vu Viet Trang, held talks with a delegation from China's Xinhua News Agency, headed by Deputy Editor-in-Chief Ren Weidong, during the latter's visit to Vietnam. VNA Director General Vu Viet Trang highlighted the significance of the visit, which comes as the Vietnam-China relationship reaches its most comprehensive and substantive level to date, following recent high-level agreements between the two nations' leaders. Building on this foundation, cooperation between the two agencies has been vibrant and practical. The two sides are currently implementing activities under the cooperation agreement signed in August. This agreement builds upon over 70 years of fruitful collaboration and ushers in a new phase aligned with the evolution of multimedia communications and modern journalism technologies. Xinhua's deputy editor-in-chief Ren Weidong emphasized that 2025 will mark a significant milestone as the two countries celebrate 75 years of diplomatic relations. The two agencies plan to organize joint activities, fostering mutual understanding, cultural exchange, and solidarity between the two countries. On this occasion, the two agencies signed a memorandum of understanding, outlining principles for their cooperative initiatives in 2025.
Hanoi's export turnover was estimated to reach $1.5 billion in October, bringing the figure in the first 10 months of 2024 to $15.5 billion, up over 12% from the same period last year.
Of the figure, the export value of the domestic economic sector reached $9.1 billion, a year-on-year increase of 15.1%, and that of the foreign direct investment sector hit $6.4 billion, up 8.6%. Groups of key products showed strong growth in export value, such as computers, electronics and components, garments and textiles, machinery, equipment, and spare parts. Meanwhile, the capital city spent $3.2 billion on imports in October, bringing the city's total import value in the first 10 months of 2024 to $33.2 billion, an increase of 9.6% compared to the same period last year. In a bid to promote exports in the remaining months of the year, the Hanoi People's Committee will focus on measures to promote trade, organize exhibitions, and establish trade connections between export-import businesses and domestic and international partners, among others.
Vietnam's tuna export to Japan has seen the significant growth over the past 2 months. In October, the value of tuna shipments to Japan surged by 31% year-on-year, reaching nearly $3.5 million.
This brought the total tuna export value for the first 10 months of 2024 to nearly $28 million, a 5% increase compared to the same period last year. Among the various tuna products exported to Japan, processed items such as smoked tuna and marinated tuna cuts have emerged as the key export segment. Currently, over 20 Vietnamese enterprises are selling tuna to the Japanese market. According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, in a good scenario, Vietnam's tuna exports may meet this year's target of $1 billion, like in 2022.
The Vietnamese Cuisine and Culture Exchange Festival is currently underway in Kuala Lumpur, featuring over 100 food stalls that showcase the culinary delights of Vietnam's 3 regions to international and Malaysian friends.
Lasting until December 11th, the event highlights iconic Vietnamese dishes coming from the 3 regions of the country, such as pho, fried spring rolls, banh mi, and fresh spring rolls, among others. These offerings have drawn significant attention from attendees. Participating vendors include well-established Vietnamese businesses operating in Kuala Lumpur, such as An Viet Food Market, Viet Mart, Viet Thai Cambodia Mart, and Mini Nguyen Cafe.
The event is a very good event that make Malaysia and Vietnam relationship to be closer. Over here we have bazaar. The Malaysian here can try out local Vietnamese food, street food, which we never had before.
The event is very meaningful as it helps spread the culture, including cuisine, of Vietnam among Malaysian and international friends. I hope such event will be held more regularly and not only in Kuala Lumpur, but also in other places in Malaysia.
By the end of the first day, November 27th, the festival had already welcomed more than 500 visitors. Alongside the culinary showcases, the opening day featured musical performances and a traditional Al Zai, Vietnamese long dress, fashion show.
On November 28th, Gondang National Park in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province held a ceremony to receive the Heritage 3 designation and a Vietnam record for the Hòn Trứng seabird nesting ground. on the occasion of the Vietnam Forestry Day.
The Vietnam Association for Conservation of Nature and Environment presented certificates, recognizing 24 heritage trees in the park. Meanwhile, the Vietnam Record Organization certified Hon Trung as the seabird nesting ground with the highest reproductive density in Vietnam. Hon Trung is a small, barren island of nearly 2 hectares, but it is a key habitat for rare seabirds such as black-naped terns, great crested terns, and white-bellied seagulls. Surveys have found an average of nearly 5 eggs per square meter on the islet. Con Dao National Park boasts 1,077 plant species and 155 animal species, exemplifying the tropical island ecosystem with diverse forest types such as evergreen, semi-deciduous, bamboo, and mangrove forests. The certificate presentation ceremony is a chance to promote ecotourism in the national park. Coming there, visitors can explore the natural beauty and learn about endemic flora and fauna, while participating in environmental conservation, fostering sustainable tourism that benefits both the community and the ecosystem.
The number of passengers traveling through airports during the 2025 Lunar New Year or Tet holiday is expected to reach 10.5 million, exceeding the 10 million recorded during the same period last year.
With the holiday spanning 9 days, passenger numbers are projected to surge during this peak period. According to the Airports Corporation of Vietnam, approximately 10% of aircraft of many Vietnamese airlines are currently being recalled by manufacturers for engine maintenance, creating a challenge for the aviation sector amid the rising demand. Tan Son Nhat International Airport in Ho Chi Minh City alone is projected to serve over 4 million passengers during the holiday. Against the backdrop, the Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam has approved an increase in the maximum capacity of flights at airports. Additionally, 5 major airports in central Vietnam will operate around the clock during the holiday. Technological advancements are also being employed to streamline operations. Turnaround times have been reduced to 42 minutes, down from about 60 minutes, improving fleet efficiency.
The World Travel Awards has officially announced Vietnam as the world's leading heritage destination 2024. Let's take a look.
The awards ceremony was held in Madeira, Portugal, marking Vietnam's 5th consecutive win in this category since 2019, outshining strong contenders such as Armenia, Brazil, Egypt, Greece, Japan, and Saudi Arabia. This prestigious title reaffirms Vietnam's global appeal and unique heritage value. With its rich collection of 9 UNESCO-recognized natural and cultural World Heritage Sites, 15 intangible cultural heritages, and 10 documentary heritages. In addition to the world-renowned heritage sites, Vietnam boasts many historical and cultural landmarks, traditional festivals, ancient craft villages, diverse cuisine, and iconic architectural marvels. Each heritage item carries its own distinct beauty and story, creating an irresistible charm for international visitors. Besides the world's leading Heritage Destination Award, several local destinations also received top honors. Hanoi was named the world's leading tourism authority 2024, while Phu Quoc claimed the title of world's leading nature island destination 2024. Hao Nam received the Special Achievement Award 2024, and Tam Dao earned the title of World's Leading Tourist Town 2024. Additionally, numerous Vietnamese enterprises in aviation, travel, and tourism were recognized with prestigious global awards.
And that's also wrapped up our daily bulletin. Thank you for tuning in and goodbye for now.